In 1940s, when I was about 2021, there was a lot of confusion in my mind. I used to go and discuss with all the people, all the swamis and all the supposed educated people. Nobody would answer. I had a doubt of the existence of God at that time. Because when I was small, I was very, very humble and very prayerful and very bhakti. There was great bhakti in me. And suddenly when this comes into my mind, I thought, no, there is something wrong somewhere. This cannot be God's creation. And if He has created, it has to be something else, in His own image. So one day, a friend of mine gave me a book, Ramana Vijayam by Sudhananda Bharati, in Tamil. He said, you read this. So I read it. Then I thought, here is a person who can answer me. Up to that time, nobody could give me a satisfactory answer. So I decided to come here. I was just employed, so I just saved some money and then came here. When I came here in 1943, when Niranjananda Swami was the Sarvadhikari. Though today some people say that he was a hard-hearted man, but I will say that he was a very soft-hearted man. I went and spoke to him. I said, Swami, I have come from Srilanka. I want to see Swamigal. I didn't know the word Bhagavan also. I said, Swamigal, a respectable way of it. I want to stay for a week, have his darshanam. He was very kind to me. Gave me a place in the guest room. Those days there were no buildings. Guest room. He advised me how when the bell rings, go for lunch or breakfast, and you can have your bath there and everything. He looked after me like a father. So today I will say that he was his heart was of velvet, a velvety heart. Though people can say otherwise, I'm not interested. Then he brought me to the meditation hall. He said, here Swami, Bhagavan will be there. You go and have darshan. I came, I fell down on the floor and worshipped. He looked hard at me and then I went and sat in the corner. There were lots of people there. After some time, I am looking at him. Suddenly he looked at me. I couldn't face it. Something was happening in my body. A sort of a mild electric current was passing through my body. I can't express it anything better than that. And I couldn't face the eyes. The two eyes were like two twinkling stars. That's all I can explain. I can express. I close my eyes. When he looks at me, I close my eyes. Something is happening, but I don't know how to express it. Then I open my eyes, he's looking. Close my eyes. Then when I open, he's looking. He has a blank look. He doesn't look like this. Only at times, at certain people, he looks. This is my personal observations I am talking. I am not telling you what is in the books. All these books, there are lots of commissions and omissions. This is personal issue. One particular thing I noticed in him, I have seen so many swamis, saints and sages also. I could see, after some time, I could see a halo around his body. You understand when I say halo around his body? And even if I go out, it persisted for 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Only the halo, not the body. Not the body. Halo was there. That was my naked eyes. No dream. Then of course it fades off. Then for first day, second day, third day, I am watching his movements. After when he goes for breakfast, I run first. I was young and I can run fast. Go to those two pillars where the picture is. I go and sit down and with the pillars to be close to him. Then after finishing, he goes to the hill. There was only a footpath. There were no buildings, no walls, nothing. So I was watching for the 3 days, but I wanted to catch him alone. It's alone. And I didn't. No, I didn't have ideas of talking to him. So the fourth day, I went behind him slowly. He was going probably to something. He came. He was coming back the footpath. I stepped away from the footpath and I stood there. He also stood. There was an attendant only 3 of us. I always had an idea that after all I have come all the way, I have not come for any worldly matters. He must have a word with me. He stopped. Enga vandadu. First word he spoke to me. I lost myself. Because I heard that he won't talk like that to everybody. Here I am a podium, 23, 24 years old. Such a sage talking to me. So I said, Swami, I have come from Srilanka. Come for your darshanam. He is standing, he is not going. So I felt flat at his feet. I didn't touch him because I did not. But I was tearing at that time. He was looking hard at me and he made a statement, I will put it very shortly, that your spiritual journey you will reach your goal. And he blessed me with some words, that is sacred and secret. Then I came back, waited for 3-4 more days. This is happening, looking at me hard, looking at me, those twinkling eyes, looking at me and injecting something into my system. And must have sort of pierced the screens of my mind, my consciousness. And then, after 2-3 days, I thought I must go. These questions all faded off. The questions didn't arise at all. Then, of course, after 3 days, I bought some fruits. I hadn't much money. I brought some fruits from our town and kept it under this thing, fell flat. Swami, I'm going, leaving. Or shaking of the head. No talk. Then I went. Then afterwards I used to come every year. This is what happens to us. And I had the answer. I had the answer for that question in a dream. One day he came, after he passed off. So it must be about 60, I don't know the years, in a dream. I got up from my, this is not actually happened, this is a dream. I got up from my bed, came to the hall, there was a hall and the door. The door is open. Whom do I see? Standing there. I didn't go and meet him. I just ran into the room, took a bag, put some little things. Okay, Swami, we'll go. எங்கே போகிறது? திருவண்ணாமலையை விட்டு விலகாத சுவாமிகள். The Bhagavan word doesn't come. சுவாமிகள். என்னுடைய குடிசை. The word குடிசை, not my home. இந்த குடிசைக்கு வந்தாச்சு. இனி எனக்கு Then that question arises in my mind. You know what the answer was. That's a very important thing, which everybody must know. கிணத்துக்கு விழுந்துட்டான் ஒருவன், விட்டா தண்ணீர். அவன் யார் விழுத்தினான்? அவன் சிவலியோ கருவலோ, அவன் என்ன படித்தவன், அவன் என்ன ஜாதி, அவன் எந்த ஊர் என்று விசாரணை பண்ணினா என்ன நடக்கும்? என்ன செய்ய வேணும்? புள்ளியோ பொடியோ பிடிச்சு, you have to float. Some shout, somebody will drag you up. Then the question will not arise, you will know. Then I'm trying to go with him. He's also getting ready. You see, when he talks, his mouth talks, eyes talk, head talks, body talks, hands talk. So, நீ என்ன கொஞ்ச காலம் இரு. These are very words in Tamil. கொஞ்ச காலம் இரு. உன்னை கூட்டிக் கொண்டு போக நான் வருவேன். When he turned back and so I was looking at him, I was feeling sad. And then of course I coming, this is a dream, no? Yes. Came back, I got up. And he has brought me now. I went to Srilanka to go and shed my body there, but I couldn't stay there, I had to come back.
Yes. That's true.
So what shall we do now anymore? Blowing my own trumpet. Blowing my own, that's why I said, your journey will reach the goal.
Yes.
Kartiki Thi Vachai means my karma is going on, burning, and one day it will burn out.
No, that's what Bhagavan said,
Sorry, I'll talk only
Yes.
for
Yes.
something sacred and secret. No,
Yes.
or not.
Yes.
No, this is on.
He wants to put it.
Anyway, now that you ask me, காட்டுக்கு தீ வைத்தாகி விட்டது அது தன் பாட்டில் எரிந்து முடியும் நீ கவலைப்பட வேண்டியது ஒன்றுமில்லை.
Oh, that's the time when you met him up the hill.
In the hill, on the hill alone, only Bhagavan, myself and attendant. That was a tall 6-footer. And there are so many things. I have seen him, in flesh and blood.
That's why we are here.
Yes, forget about it. It doesn't exist now.
But I don't flesh and blood after he passed away. One occasion.
Where?
When he was sick. He
While
was suffering
you are,
from renal colic. It's a very, very painful sickness. I scolded him. I said, you have no guru. I am determined. I have you as my guru. Am I to suffer like this? Why did you do this? It was midnight. My wife was standing here. I was in bed. This side, on my right side. So I am asking my wife, can you see him? Can you see him? I am asking. She thought something has happened to my, like
Right.
somebody has come to sort of take me off or something. Kept his hand here. With my naked eyes, I was not sleeping. You can't sleep with that pain. It's like labor pains, the doctor said. Touched me, this thing, and it's vanished. In a few moments. After 5 minutes, I was all right. That was why I had to scold him. I said, look, you can't do this. There are several incidents, lots of things. When I fight with him, he answers. When I ask him, that's all.
But this is at what time? This is after 10 years of Bhagavan passing away? This is after 10 years of Bhagavan passing away?
See, 50 he passed away, 65, 15, 20 years.
15, 20 years.
But I always had a very huge photo, like the one. Have you been to Gauri's?
Yes, yes.
There you find
Yes.
that like photo. I got it done by the Indian artist, studio artist. I got the photo enlarged, got it painted. Very nice photo. And I always, every year I used to have a puja. A priest, Brahmin priest from Tiruchendur comes to see me. So I get him to do a big puja. I invite all my friends and do all this. I sent photos here to Ganesha those days. And it was in a mountain path also. Anyway, that is not the question.
Of course, that is that. So you had Bhagavan's darshan when you were in your
Teens.
teen years, in 20 years.
23.
Yes. What impact it had even in your afterlife of Bhagavan's
After life, the journey is going on smoothly. There was a vast improvement in when I meditate, at one stage, everything goes off. A great impact, you really have an experience, which cannot be explained. Useless talking, experiences.
So after 1943, did you come to Ashram again?
Yes.
When did you start coming regularly?
44, 45.
45. That is the first time you came in 45?
43.
43 first time. Again you came in 45.
45, 46, like that. Almost every year I'm here.
Every year.
Even after marriage also with my wife I used to come here.
Uh-huh.
When of course Niranjananda Swami had passed off,
Yes.
Venkataraman was here.
So from my that 45 onwards, almost every year you have been coming.
For the last 3 years I was here continuously. Went back 9 months, then came back. I've seen all these old devotees, Muruganar and Ramaswamy Pillai and Vishwanatha Swami and Lucy Ma and Mrs. Osborne and all these people. And I have a great respect for this priest, high priest those days, Sastri Mama. It was a great show. Others were only gramophone records. I'm sorry to make that statement. Just telling what Bhagavan had told, they are repeating. He had some this thing. Now, you may not know.
I have seen him. I have talked to
Sastri
him.
Mama. Even when we was passing away, I was with him for some time.
You must have witnessed some incidents.
I have not witnessed incidents. I have heard, but certain incidents he goes on narrating. And those things I have heard about that tortoise rock death experience and Harjan lady
Scolding him.
scolding him, and so many, and the cobra going over his body. Everything from his own mouth I have heard. You see, now sometimes when I tell people, they correct me. So I stopped.
So, yes. So
they read books.
So, would you relate to us these stories as you heard it from Bhagavan?
But it's not for this.
Huh? No, this is forgotten. We are listening to you.
Forgotten. You see, a tortoise rock. He had gone for oil bath somewhere. Then he was returning. He felt something awkward. Sort of, he was going to faint or something. Then he caught that tortoise rock and was standing. Then he had to sit down with it. He said there was it was like at that time there was a sort of a screen put, a white screen. The whole universe, there was a white screen. He could only see that. He also saw, he says he was conscious all the time. Conscious or aware, I don't know. His attendant or somebody who were coming with him, they were all crying, "Ayyo Swami," and all sorts of things. His body became blue. His heart stopped. He said he knew that. Everything he knows. What is happening, he was a witness to all those things. Then suddenly, he said, the very words he used was, the heart started pumping like mattapu vadichal mari. He used the word mattapu. Mattapu is the top. The heart. You see, when I told this to Vishwanatha Swami, he said, Bhagavan சொல்ற அதே சொல்லுகளை பாவிக்கிறீங்களா? I said, Bhagavan சொன்னதை சொல்றேன். எனக்கு தெரியாது. மத்தாப்பு வடிச்சது மாதிரி the heart. Then everything was all right. Then she on the poem. Another thing in the cave. There was a cave where he was staying. There was a ant hill also. There was a cobra. One day when the woman brings him lunch in a chatty pot, so she came to the entrance. Suddenly I saw me Pambu. He looked this side. There was a cobra like this on the distance. So he was looking at that woman and this woman, alternatively he was looking at both. And he told the woman, "You go, I don't want lunch today, you bring tomorrow." That all fell down and broke. After some time, this fellow was trying to come towards his and tried to sort of get onto the foot. He was not afraid, he told me. He felt sort of finicky. or Aruvar, something like that. Chick, he said to him, then he went off. After the following day, that fellow came and went to over his body. For some time it happened. And people who were round about told him, Swami, he might have been that cobra in the past birth, he might have been a big person, some curse that became a cobra. And by the touch of a sage, next birth it will be. He didn't accept, he didn't say yes. He didn't say yes or no to that. It was about 12 noon. Have you got time?
Yes.
12 noon. He was walking in the hot sun. Then he started Padele Voha or something like Padele Voha. சிவசிவாண்டு ஒரு இடத்துல பேசாமல் இருக்கிறத விட்டு போட்டு இந்த வேகா வெயிலத்துக்கு இப்படி போக வேணுமா தப்பு 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 தப்போடாது he did this and showed others தப்பு தப்பு he did it. That is that. What is? This is what he told. So many things I forget.
So,
83 years, you can't expect me to remember all these things.
So you heard this. You were sitting in the old hall.
Oh yes, meditation hall.
In the old hall, and the hall was full of people.
About half full, I should say.
And it
there
was
were always people.
Always people. So, the Bhagwan spontaneously began speaking, or it?
No, he. What I said, he always. And his head is always shaking. Like this. The head is shaking. People coming and asking questions, he answers. Some people ask silly questions, some people ask.
Just a little earlier, you mentioned Bhagwan's laughter.
Yes. When he laughed, it was very appealing laughter. If only he had been in the world, I'm sure all these women would have been attracted towards him. It was so attractive smile and so very pleasant. Very pleasant. And there is a photo they are showing me here. In one place, that look is there. What is it? Very piercing look. One place only for a moment, for a few moments also. Other places is normal. Very, very piercing. Very piercing. I can't express all those things, because he is a sage. We are butterflies. We can't explain his experiences and all this. We can't go to people who write about his experience, that's all. I don't want to say it again. How can you measure the height of Mount Everest with a foot ruler? Beyond it.
Were you here during Mahasamadhi?
Were you here during Mahasamadhi? No.
At that time, I didn't know. We don't get the information, unless by letters. I did. Afterwards.
Did you have contact with Colombo Ramachandran?
Oh yes, he was a family friend of mine. Whenever he has a puja at his house, he invites us. Whenever I have a puja, we come and sing songs, Archana Manimali and all this. So we are very close.
Then you know about this Umay Ramachandran?
Yes.
Chandrasekhar, Umay Chandrasekhar.
He used to bring all my letters and keep them.
Yes. But you were associated with the Ramana Center in...
There is no Ramana Center
Ceylon?
in Colombo,
No, because in many letters and the other correspondence I see... Veticular. Now, previous, during Bhagwan's time, this Colombo Ramachandran used to make satsang and issue pamphlets and then books,
family, we are very
print small booklets.
Closely connected.
No, but was he not doing with a small setup like Colombo Ramachandran?
Yes, they were doing.
No, was he not having any setup for the Ramana?
When I suggested, he said, no, there will be some unnecessary competition that can be, so let us start. I suggested, let us start then. He was not interested at that time. He and his wife and children have come and stayed here for a long time also. And he was very, very close to Bhagavan. Very close. Beyond that, I can't say how he came. I am not aware of it. When he was coming, final listing, in 1950 April 10th or so, he was coming by train from Dhanushkodi to Trichy. At Trichy Junction, the train stopped. Somebody came and told him, look here, go, don't stay anywhere, go straight to Nirvana, go. Then he and his wife were talking to somebody outside, Then he asked the wife, did you hear what that man did? She said, I didn't see, I didn't hear. Then they rushed to Trivandrum to find him. And he was here.
He was here.
He was here. He told me.
But his entire family was devoted to Bhagavan.
Yes, the two girls, they sing very well. Have you got that tape?
No, we couldn't still get it.
What I gave to this person?
I don't know, I need to trace it out. I'll check up with JJ.
Not there, what I gave to the President.
President? I'll check.
It will be some songs sung by these girls.
Girls, yes. Aksharamana Male.
Yes,
sung by them.
The tune is nice. What else?
Yeah, so when you came regularly to Ramanasramam, so how did you spend your time with Bhagavan? Like, what was your...
I don't talk to anybody. I don't go even to the big temple.
Right.
Though it was a famous place and everybody said, he was everything to me, to be frank. I don't talk to anybody roundabouts. At later stages, only after 70, 80, when I come with my wife, I became friendly with all these people. All these Muruganar and Ramswami Pillai, Vishwanath Swami and all these people. Before that, I won't talk to anybody. Only in the meditation hall, that.
So you were always in the
meditation. Mostly. I won't say always, mostly. And in the nights, after dinner also, he sits down there covered in with something and then he's there. Then also I come there and wait, and after we go off. In the morning, have a bath, go to the meditation hall, sit down. When the bell rings, go to the dining hall, have the breakfast, then come back and stay in the meditation hall. As long as he is there, I am there. I'll be there. After he goes, I also go off. Then I didn't know much about meditation. Just when I was young, I had great bhakti, I must say. He always says, Bhakti is Jnana Mata. Bhakti is Jnana Mata, his mouth. From his mouth, I said. Bhakti. So I had great bhakti. I used to sing, devotional songs by Patanathar and Ramalingeswara Vallalar, Taimanavar. I'll tell you one song which attracted me and which was more or less, before I came here, I used to sort of do as if it was japa. தடித்த ஓர் மகவை தந்தையின் ரடித்தால் தாயுடன் அணைப்பாள் தாயடித்தால் பிடித்தொரு தந்தை அணைப்பான் இங்கெனக்கு பேசிய தந்தையின் தாயும் பொடித்திருமேனி அம்பலத்தாடும் புனிதா நீ ஆதலால் என்னை அடித்தது போதும் அணைத்திடல் வேண்டும் அம்மையே அப்பா என்னை ஆட்டேனே. This is, I used to go on repeating. You see, this increases you may have bhakti, but increases it. You can't take other things and without understanding you can't. Another song which attracted me. Shall I? Yes. வாழையடி வாழையென வந்த திருக்கூட்ட மரபினில் யான் ஒருவனன்றோ வகையறியேன் இந்த ஏழைப்படும் பாடுனக்கு திருவுளச் சம்மதமோ இது தகுமோ இது முறையோ இது தர்மம் தானோ மாலைமணி பொதுநடம் செய்வள்ளலே யான் உனக்கு மகனலவோ நீ எனக்கு வாய்த்த தந்தையலையோ கோளை உலகுயிர் துயரமினி பொறுக்க மாட்டேன் கொடுத்தருளும் நின் அருள் ஒளியை கொடுத்தருள் இப்பொழுதே. You see how appealing, how that it develops that bhakti and increases. சோடிழந்த அன்றிலைப் போல் துயரமானேன், தோகமயில் வாயில் அகப்பட்ட சர்ப்பமானேன், காடுகளில் இனம் புரியும் கலைகளானேன், கலைகளில் மான், கருங்கடலில் காற்றடிக்கும் கப்பலானேன், ஓடுகின்ற பாய்மரத்தின் காகமானேன், எனக்கு உற்றார் ஒருவரிடா பித்தனானேன், பாடுபட நான் அறியேன் பழனிவேலா, பச்சைமயில் மீது வந்தென்னை ரட்சிப்பாயேன்.
Was with Bhagwan whenever he was in the old hall, and then you sat there. So you had your eyes open or your eyes closed?
Well, sometimes close, sometimes. When he looks at me, I will close.
Oh, when he looks at you, you will close.
I can't face it. I must tell the fact, I go so I will. No, I don't face it. Something happens. Sada. Something is piercing into your body, something. I close my eyes. But he is looking at me.
So what is your feeling then?
When he looks at you, looks at me, I can't look at him. I can't look at his eyes. Others might say that and this, my humble opinion, my humble experience also. I can't look at it. It was very powerful. It's like the two stars twinkling and rays getting into your system and into your consciousness, into your awareness. I don't know how to explain it.
Where you used to pray or
no pray. You can't pray before just everything goes off. No thoughts, empty. There's a sort of a void in your mind, and you are there looking at it. Absolutely no thoughts. Thoughts merge. I don't know where it merges. I will tell you frankly. I had certain experiences which I explain, and that I can't forget him. You see? I can't forget that. It has gone very deep into my very core of my bones. That's all. You see, I can't explain his experiences. That is thing, sort of I will tell you, it's like the sun rays of the sun falling, like that, You don't see that. Here we see it, but here we don't see it, you only experience. Something piercing into the system. I can't explain it. Like the sun rays falling on the earth. Here something is invisible. Something invisible penetrating into the system, into the mind, into the consciousness. That's all it is. That you feel it. Bhagavan's teaching is who am I?
Yes.
You see, my analysis of this I, after all these years. You see, we are Hindus and most of the people, they believe in past births. In the past birth, we have accumulated certain karma, good and bad. And when in this birth we are in the womb, that in a subtle way joins here. And from that time onwards in the womb, the mother's experiences and all these things all add on to that. Then when the child is born, the mother and everything goes to school and studies, has experiences and all these things are accumulations. Without our knowledge, in a subtle way, all these are accumulated. And this I is formed from there. The I, when we say I, that simple I, is from that accumulation. This is my analysis of it. I don't know. I may be wrong. We are living in that, the past rubbish. All these things have got to be purged, got to be vomited. He has told that also. All the past.
And Bhagavan has said this to you.
Yes. He has told that. All those things. One by one, it's like getting hold of a fort. You be at the gate, every thought coming, come on. All these things have to be there. Then there is a void. Then the bigger I takes over. The small I, which comes from this karma, that is. And how does it happen? Through bhakti and japa. When you do bhakti and japa, And with this japa, if you have that feeling, with the feeling if it is done, that predominates to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Thoughts are the cause of desires. Desire is the cause of thoughts. So all those things are, we are not controlling anything, it drops. And you have that bhakti, and to increase that bhakti by japa, you have to add a little music to it. When you do a japa, do it with music, raga. Especially when you listen to M.S. Subbulakshmi or Lata Mangeshkar, that's a peace in your mind. Why? That's music. Like that, if this japa is done with a little music, the result is bigger. So, all others drop. Like that, when a dog dies, it has all ticks and all sorts of things. They all drop away. You need not pick it and throw it. Desires cannot be controlled. It has to go. It drops. And the only thing for our life, when you are in the world, natural, simple, and truthful, 3 qualifications, then you go on the path. Even if there's a bad karma for you on the path, you have to do something bad, that will be avoided. That is my personal experience. If you are truthful, it will come, but it will go. Kadathil thom manasil patta. Kamadiyal vandutralam kadathil thom manasil patta shall be. I had a wife who was very cooperative, and she herself has come here several times. And she also, I have been telling her all what Bhagavan about Bhagavan, and she also, when she died, when about to die, I know she told me that day, don't go anywhere. She was very conscious. She was sick of cold. Very conscious, don't go anywhere today, be by my side. So there were other people also, and I asked her, now where are you now? That was the last question. Yeah. Consciousness goes here at that time. I will tell you one thing, about 4 Bengali ladies came, very respectable type, very fair and white dress. They sat. I was behind. That lady, one of the leader or some baby, she materialized sugar candy and gave it to Bhagavan also. I also had a small piece, but that's not a big thing. Anyway, and she told Bhagavan, I have seen Shiva at Kuttalam. I am coming from Kuttalam. This is what I heard, I am telling you. Kuttalam. I saw Shiva for a few moments. I am trying to sort of recollect it. I want to have it again. What am I to do? We waited for some time. So, did others see that?
Yes, stop.
So, you are unable to have it again. அது உண்மை அல்ல. உண்மை அல்ல. That's just from what he spoke. I forget the exact words. Projection of the mind. ஆனா அது concentration கூடினா அப்படி வரும். ஆனா அது முடிவல்ல. சிவாவோ எழுதிப்பாரு முடிவல்ல. In another occasion, a Bengali man, came very thoroughly excited. There were lots of people in the hall. We stood up after 2-3 minutes. I'm coming from Bengal. We have Tarbach and all sorts of things. That's why I said Bengal. Coming all so many hundreds of miles away. My wife has run away with somebody or something to that effect. And I was thoroughly disturbed. I've come here for peace. I've left her. I've left her is important. Sat down. He thought he was going to tell something. No answer. He didn't even look at it. After 5 minutes, he got up again in a louder voice. He was telling the same thing. நிம்மதிக்கு வந்திருக்கிறேன் ஆசிரமத்துக்கு. No answer. Third time he stood up. And then he said, even then immediately he didn't answer. After that, அவர் இவ்வளோ தூரம் வந்திருக்கிறாராம், மனைவி ஏதோ இதாக நடந்து போட்டோன்ட்டு மனம் வாதனையில் மனைவியை விட்டுட்டு வந்துட்டாராம். இது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். விட்டுட்டு வந்துட்டாராம், ஆசிரமத்துக்கு வந்துட்டாராம் நிம்மதிக்கு. ஆனால் என்ன நிம்மதி கிடைக்க இல்லையா மானப்படியால் அவர் மனைவியை விடவில்லை, அவரை கூட்டிக் கொண்டு வந்துட்டார். மனைவியை உண்மையாக விட்டிருந்தா அவருக்கு நிம்மதி கிடைச்சிட்டு போன வந்த நிமிஷம். அவர் ஆசிரமத்துக்கும் வந்தாராம், நிம்மதிக்கு கிடைக்கல, கூட்டிட்டு. That fellow closed his eyes, meditated perhaps for some time, got up, worshipped. Yes, everything happened, I can't remember everything.
So,
அவர் வந்து சாப்பிடக்கு அந்த இலையில இன்னொரு ஆள் போட்டு சாப்பிட்றாங்க. அவ்வளோ ஒரு ஒரு அரிசி ஒரு சோறு சாதம் அதில் வடிவாக க்ளீனாக இருக்கும், ஆசையாக இருக்கும், அதில் பார்க்க. மற்றபடி ஐ டோன்ட் நோ டு எக்ஸ்பிரஸ். அவருடைய மனம் எப்படின்னு எனக்கு சொல்ல முடியாது. ஐ ஹர்ட் இட். நீங்கள் வந்த அளவில் பார்த்துட்டு போங்க, என்னத்துக்கு வந்தீங்களோ அதை பாருங்க. நானும் பெல் அடிச்சா தான் சாப்பாட்டுக்கு போவேன். Back.
people will just
So he has to go. He go. Others get, but they don't sort of, out of respect to all people, keep away. So he goes. He goes and sits down in that same place where that photo is. I used to sit in one of the pillars there. He looks at place. He looks at place. Everybody very, very careful. Sometimes he calls a man and says, like that he does. I tell you one more incident and we'll close. Yes. I have been coming for Aradhana birthday celebrations.
Jayanti.
With my wife. So then I came to Trichy. Those days there were no planes. Trichy, I took a train to Tiruvannamalai. Next day morning, this puja and celebration. So I got a train via Chidambaram to Tiruvannamalai direct. They have special trains. So my wife was here, I was here. Opposite, there was an old gentleman with father, with a nama, very old. He was eating green peas, fried oil. It's a long story, but have you got time?
Yes.
Because there is interest. So I'm going to come here. So I thought I will have a chat with him. Elderly gentleman. In Tamil, I asked him, Swami, enga poringa? Well, you know, we started in good English. Well, you know, I'm going to Chidambaram, Agradarsha. I'm going to do a home there. Where are you going? He said, I'm going to Ramanasramam. Tomorrow his birthday celebration. He is not here. He has passed off. He is after 50 years. And we were talking, he asked my name, that and this, where I am working, everything. In English. Very good English. And I asked, where are you from, Swami? I am from the hills of Tirupati. Tirupati hills, here. So then he was trying to tell me, why are you going to Tiruvannamalai, Ramanasramam? You come to Chidambaram, I am going to do a home. This is Chidambaram, is an internationally famous place. And that this, what can you do? I sort of condemning. I didn't know what to answer. I didn't know what to say to this man. I was getting angry, but I can't tell. He was an elderly man. He must have been about 85. So I just sent a TEDx here. I don't know what to answer. Please answer this. You have to answer, not me. Yeah. Bhagavan. I don't know what to say. Suddenly the answer came from, நீங்கள் சிதம்பரத்தில் போய் ஹோமம் செய்து என்ன திருப்தியை அடைய போறீங்களோ அதே திருப்தியைத்தான் நான் இங்கே போய் அடைய போறேன். I didn't talk. I'm telling you, I didn't talk. He spoke. Well, otherwise, how I can't. So, he got flabbergasted. He didn't talk to me afterwards. So 12 midnight, Chidambaram station came. He got up and went to use. I thought, my wife also said, why did you sort of insult? I said, I did. But I can't allow anybody to talk ill here about this place. Chidambaram, I agree, but this is the place. So I didn't talk. Somebody spoke. And then he got up to go, and I about 10 rupees. I thought I insulted him. Swami, you keep it for that. Looked at me. Nothing of that sort, You keep it. And immediately I put it into my pocket. And I thought, again I sent a cable. This man must take this money from me. He got down, I came out. Oh, this is a fact. I'm not telling you. No omissions, no commission. Absolutely what happened.
Okay.
So I came home the following day, a big crowd. Meditation those days, I don't know whether this time you had big crowds. So I was, my wife and I were in the last thing. So I said, look here, I have come all the way from Srilanka. I must have the first bandila sapadavan. If I don't get a place, I go to a hotel and I live. I can go. You see, one tondan, they say, I think I have taken too much of it.
No, please finish the...
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. So, what happened, it was about 12:30, it was time for going for dinner. All these people rushed. My wife and I were not on the ground, we were lifted up. And what happens? Going forward to the door. Hall door, Samadhi hall door. We were there. Then they opened it. We were the third and fourth in the queue. On the top of the... Yes. Somebody is calling me Navaratnam. I thought, who is going to call me in this crowd? I am not known anywhere. I just mind my business. The second time. Look, our friend is there. What? You see, last night you offered that, I have come to tell you. Believe me, I can't. I mean, you won't believe it. People can't believe this, But I am telling you the actual fact.
In Ramanashram?
Yes. I'm at the...
when you're going to have food?
Have food, I am standing still. They are not open that gate. We are standing. I said, why are you standing? I said, my room number is 23 or something, this guest room behind. Oh, something, yes. There were no rooms out there. After lunch, you see me. You see, when I come here, something happens to me and I am on the top. I won't bend. I will bow down, I won't bend. Yeah. We had first, third in the queue, We had a nice lunch. It cost about 50 rupees those days. All sorts of things. Went back to the room. Somebody knocking. They can come because every 10 minutes there were buses. Nambala, Chidambaram. And they were 3-4 hours run. He said, sit down. Yeah, now I must give him respect also. Sit down. What brought you here? I am not talking. He is inducing me to talk, I don't know. I always respect people, but you see, last night you offered me a company. Will you give it to me? I said, yes. I put 10 rupees was in my pocket. I took it out. Another 1 rupee was a coin. Oh, you are giving me more. I said, I am not giving you. It's coming from there. Take it. Yeah, right? Take it. He accepted it. I brought a Goa from Chidambaram for you. Will you accept? I said, yes, settled. This size, yellow, and inside was very reddish. So it's very nice. I don't know, we go there. And then I'll take your leave, yes. And suddenly something told me, go behind it. I told my wife, left the room, go this way. I'll come this way and see where he is. I couldn't meet him, see him at all.
Which room you are staying at the time?
Guest room behind.
Inside the ashram.
Oh, inside.
Inside the ashram.
Oh. Not even 2 minutes, he couldn't have gone. I went this way, I went this way. My wife went into the dining hall and all this. I've not met him up. All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.